How are ya? Hey Cole, where are we going?
The station?
Freedom Station?
Yes.
Who's going?
Me and Mom.
And
Tristan and Dad.
who else?
And the Eli boys.
Yeah, that's right. And Stephanie?
Yes, and now I'm a fast bike racer.
Yes, you are. You're having fun on your new bike, aren't ya?
Yep.
Happy birthday, Cole. Hey, Cole, turn around. Let me see your shirt. What does it say? Hey, little cowboy, happy birthday. Yay.
Grab a hold.
Oh, grab a hold.
There you go. Put your feet right there. There you go.
Good job, Cole.
Keep holding on to the rocks, okay?
Where your feet's gonna go.
There you go.
Cole, put your foot here.
Ready?
You can do it.
Back up. There you go.
Come on, Cole.
Right.
You want down? Okay.
You want to try again?
That was perfect. Hey, see if you can go harder than that. Do it right here this time.
Ready?
Go to that one next time.
Now just use both of your arms, okay?
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Good job. Oh. You scared? Did we just fall, okay?
Come on, Cole. You can do it.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Right here, okay?
There you go.
Yeah, look,
There you go.
here's a
Good
little
job.
testing wall.
You want to try it one more time?
And now, look at it. See how it's
Sorry.
watching?
No problem.
Come on, drop!
Bye, you little monkey.
You can go that way. You can go that way.
Go, Trey!
Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit!
Go, Trey, go! Woohoo! Good job! That was so good. Are you going to go for it again? Yeah. Did he? Yeah. I know. Yeah, baby. Good job.
All the way, Tristan. Go. All the way, Tristan. All the way, Tristan. No, no, no. Go, Tristan, go. Go, Tristan. All the way. No, 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 don't let go.
It's not scary.
Come on, Tristan. Get up to the buzzer. Come on.
There you go.
Go, Tristan, go.
There you go. You got it.
Good job, buddy. Go.
Good job, Tristan. Keep on going. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Go.
Stay with
Bring your.
it. Daddy and Sherman.
No. Keep holding on.
Hang on. Tristan, keep going. One more turn up.
Go, Tristan.
You can do it this turn, though.
There you go. You can do it.
You got it. You got it. Got it. Got it. Get the buzzer. He did it, buddy. Good boy. Good boy.
It's gonna be fun in a basement.
That'd get their energy out.
Oh yeah.
Here, Trey. You're welcome.
There you go.
Go, Blake. Yeah. Go, Tristan.
You guys stay to the left, okay?
Stay over here. Stay over here.
Go, you're almost there. Go, go, go. Ah! Good job, buddy. Figured out a way to email this video.
Oh, that's so cool. Don't quit, don't quit.
Good job.
My fingers are sore.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much. That's a rock.
That didn't even look fun to me.
Gosh dang. Make me seasick. Oh, you're flying a helicopter.
Steph, will you take a couple pictures? Sorry. Thank you, thank you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cole. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Oh!
All right.
Alice,
No.
Good job, Cole.
it didn't work. To us, rodeo is about heroes, and it's about legends and helping each other. Different than any other sport on the face of this earth. From Little Britches to the PRCA, it is truly about family. The PFD has a hero and legend to help grow this rodeo. A name in the world and the community. A legend that rode bucking horses for President Ronald Reagan. A hero that won a world championship and went to the NFR 12 times and is inducted to the PRCA Hall of Fame. A businessman that served on the board of the PRCA and that serves as our general manager. Members, sponsors, and board members, why would we not want to use this experience? Why would we not want to use this knowledge? Why would we not want to use the name and the legend of J.C. Trujillo? My true concern as a sponsor started on Sleep America Day of the last rodeo. I was told that J.C. Trujillo was not to be introduced. I took it upon myself to ask him if he would take my place in the wagon arena ride. He accepted. And when Randy introduced J.C., there was a standing ovation. Cowboys, stock contractors, announcers, and the crowd cheered. They knew who this man was and what he does for this rodeo. I believe everyone knew except for a few. As a rodeo, we need to use JC's knowledge and experience and contacts to push this rodeo to new levels. Since JC has been here, the PFD has gone from a medium-sized rodeo to a large-sized rodeo, with the purses growing every year for the contestants. I know, as a sponsor, when I added more money to the sponsorship, I saw a return on my investment. We added more money because we knew a cowboy and a businessman was running the rodeo. One other fears we have is we fear that if this board cannot stop the political turmoil that is today, the city of Prescott could come and take over the entire rodeo, leaving only a general manager. It's a possibility. I believe we can do this. If we can band together and let JC do what he was hired to do, and that is run this rodeo. I know the board is here to give oversight, but he has to be allowed to run this rodeo. No one in this room knows more or knows better about this business. You cannot argue with the success that has come since he has taken over the general manager, as general manager. I've observed this governing body closely for the past year, and I believe there is one more problem that needs to be addressed. This board should not allow external pressures to determine the direction of the board. The PFD should rely on the board and the people hired by the PFD to do the job of running the rodeo. Outside influences have been poison and counterproductive. 6 years ago, this board was advised to employ a general manager to run the operations of this rodeo. I would suggest we take this advisement. Sleep America was here before J.C. Trujillo at a lower level of sponsorship. Since he became general manager, we have increased the sponsorship fivefold because I've seen what he has done for this rodeo and the rodeo grounds. I hope to maintain or even increase our sponsorship so long as this rodeo is headed up. Indeed, JC will not stay at the PFD forever, but for now, he has been doing a hell of a job, and I think we should let him do it.
I see here at this meeting is we have sponsors that are majorly involved in helping run the road. And I think that we can always use more help as a volunteer organization, and sponsors as a group need to be involved. It's a very important part of it, and it keeps some of the outside pressures away from the group if that is the case. It can't be driven by self-interest and individual, pinpointing things that each one wants to do. It has to be an overall situation that basically supports the rodeo. Just paying money is not going to get it. One thing we have to give tribute to, and I think we often neglect it, is that this rodeo has been run by great people for a long, long time. Your past governor of the state of Arizona, you just named world-renowned cowboys, such as JC. JC fits the package very well. But when this thing, it went through living hell different times. Far more serious than what we are talking about today, when you had typhoid, you had epidemics, you had world wars, and all those things. It took a lot of extra effort to put this thing on. This needs to be a community effort. And we need to go out and make sure that we participate as sponsors. I know, I've been a sponsor for a long time, probably have $350,000 in this rodeo. And without one regret. A lot of times it's material, minimum $5,000, $6,000 a year, it's been as high as 40. But I think, you know, and I've never used that for any reason. I did it because it needed it, and the jobs had to be done. This place was not in very good shape when the county didn't protect it. And I really think that with the sponsors behind us, as a group, this should be the starting of something that's very good. It will give us stronger board members down the road. It will give us business people that are in the community. And I really think that I've been involved with the people that run Cheyenne. I've been Reno. I know a lot of those people. And they have a lot of the business people in town involved. And we need that involvement. The board just can't sit over here and demand on volunteers. And the other thing that's happening is that it's getting more involved. It isn't just running the rodeo. It's running the ground. And for just a complete volunteer organization, that won't survive. You're going to have some paid people. You're going to have some help, but you also need all the volunteers. Volunteers need to be well rewarded. You need to have policy that stays intact so that those people know what they're getting when they do certain things. And everybody loves it. And they should love it just as much in 20 years after they worked on it as they did the first year they started. But they'd know a lot more about it. So I just hope this is a beginning with the sponsor situation, and we can iron out some of these little petty problems that we've got. I think that the board doesn't need any outside interference from the standpoint of how it operates, but it needs to lean on sponsors and people that are involved and people that have been around this community for a long, long time. There's a lot of you people in this room, and there's people in this community. I mean, they were born into this thing. And it's a way of life that needs to be protected. It's one of the reasons that my parents came here. And I've been involved with it, and I presume that I'll be involved with it a lot longer. As soon as I get to see spares. But
Okay. Presser Frontier Days. So we need help from maybe outside people who are not so involved here and giving us ideas as to where we can go from here. Cam's been in it, and he's been away from it for about 4 or 5 years. Not that far, but still, we're seeing it from somebody else's perspective.
Sure.
So we need you guys to come and help us, really and truly. Ideas written down like what you did, like what Cam says. Yes, we've had different boards, we've had stuff, but you know what? I hear you. I think JC has done an awful lot for us.
well, as a sponsor, we've never been involved enough with our sponsor.
Well, maybe we need to
And
try a new
well, this is a nice time. This is why I brought it up. It needs to be brought up.
Would a
It's very
sponsor
important.
committee work? Would a sponsor committee that
It'll be a
got
very
together and gave ideas to the
powerful
board?
group that would work hand in hand because they are supplying a lot of the money
Right.
that makes it a success.
And you're right, the other rodeos, I've got on the websites and they are full of businessmen from the towns.
And it reaches into every facet of the
right.
community.
Mary Ann Gibson.
Mary Ann?
What's going on? Why are we having sponsors here? What's the outside pressure?
Well, we thought we'd act like the city council.
Touche.
It's a good opportunity to start afresh and get.
What's the
blood.
problem? What?
Lindsay.
Lindsay Mills.
I was gonna ask that to begin with, but I already know what it is. Lindsay?
You there with the rest of us?
Excuse me, ma'am?
Yeah.
I'm former vice president, treasurer, I was the marketing director here. I would like to know what the problem is.
I think there's a few of them.
No, I'm asking you,
This board.
you tell me, what is the problem? If
Well, I
there's a
think
problem, we need to solve it.
from where I stand, there's a lot of external pressure on this board that, on which direction it should go, and what it should be doing. People that aren't elected or that were elected and aren't elected anymore,
With power
that are still
positions
influencing the board.
Some of, well.
Some of them, sorry, okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, I backspaced.
That's okay.
Some.
No, but I really appreciate you taking your time to come down here and letting us know how you guys feel, because if you guys never tell us, we don't know how you feel and we don't want to lose you. And it's not only the money, it's the fact that you've become a part of us. You and your family become a part of us, and we want to keep it that way. But our job is now to try to figure out how we can slice the pressure away from this board and keep running it. The rodeo will go on no matter what.
Yeah.
But we cannot have a rodeo go on when
But
we
is it gonna
have
keep
family
going up?
swaps, yeah.
It's gonna keep going up like it has.
This year's gonna be real tough. You know, the economy, the local economy is really bad. I'm sure you're aware of it. But we've got a game plan in motion. And we're planning on having a better year than we did last year.
But you do hear what he's saying about
Yes.
the outside influence and any one of them, outside of Marianne.
One
Love you.
of the issues is that many of the board members don't know what the game plan is. And that's honest. We have ads. I have a thing right here for an ad that's gonna cost us $2,100, and we don't know what the ad is.
Is that the one for,
Western Horseman.
right?
We have this thing that was in Phoenix Magazine that we paid for. I signed the check in October. I had to go to Barnes & Noble and buy the magazine to see the ad. That is wrong. And there were issues with the ad after it was printed.
So
Mr.
it's,
Bill,
How could you get something like that and not know where it's coming from? Don't you have somebody?
I'm not allowed to know.
Wait a minute. Don't you have somebody that does your advertising? You're on
we
this
know,
board?
we know where it comes from,
Yep.
what she's saying and what is the fact of the matter is, and it's pretty common knowledge is, this board has been isolated from that. It's been gone through one or two people and not shared with this board.
Yeah.
Who's the one or two people?
Lindsay and
Wait a
Johnny.
minute, I'm not done. Wait a minute, Ray. Who's the one or two people?
Lindsay Mills and John.
Okay, here's what I want to know. Where the hell are they at? Where are they at?
Johnny's on his way here.
Johnny's on his way.
Where's Lindsay?
She doesn't,
She's not a
She
member.
doesn't appear.
She's a member.
She's,
All right,
she's,
here's a question I got. I'm here tonight because I'm hearing that you people want to get rid of this man.
No.
Now, wait a minute, let me finish. I get a call tonight saying you better be there, and you better pick up Ken, and you better call some people. You want to get rid of this guy. The board,
I can tell you who wants to get rid of him,
Okay.
it's not the board.
It's not the entire board.
okay?
Well,
You guys have the power. You guys. I've been hearing this for 2 months.
And you know, I haven't heard any of this, Bill. And JC
We've been
is-
hearing it, a lot of us members
Yeah.
have been
Then
hearing it.
why haven't none of you called?
Because I come here and I hear it.
I
That's why
haven't
we're
heard
here.
anything from
Well-
anybody, and I would love to hear.
And I hear you're part of it.
Am I?
Yes, you
part of the
are.
board.
Well, as part of the board, yeah, I am part of the board, but I've not heard anything.
You guys don't stand up to what's going on, and that is.
And I can't believe you don't hear this, and we hear it,
But
and you don't
what's
hear it.
going on
It sounds like a lot
other
of
than
rumors.
arguing with Johnny and Lindsay? Which we've
You're
been
one of the big
doing.
ones. I hear, you're one of the big ones, you're with the other two.
Vivian, in part, we have been put in a mode, realistically,
And I hear
and
this,
it's
and
common
I'm not
knowledge
proud
right
of
now,
this, right now.
where the philosophy, it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission has occurred. And we are told after the fact, and things are a done deal. And there are people on this board that have gotten very pissed off about it, and there's been a lot of infighting as a result of it.
Okay, here's what you
That's
need.
what you're hearing.
That's not
Here's what
true.
you need to do. You guys need to bring them two before you and say, membership pissed.
maybe
And they want to know, you guys need to take a walk, you two, both of you.
maybe
And we can do it right here on this
Bring it
board.
to the membership, because you know that it is the membership who gets rid of the.
No. The board can get rid of the president. You voted him
Board
in.
can-
It happened to Dennis.
Yeah.
You guys voted him in, you get rid of him.
This will come because you've heard that we're trying to get rid of JC.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You bet.
Okay. And And, okay, we have one person and
You know what? You know what I hear from Johnny Reyes? You guys don't have any guts.
That's right.
Oh,
That's what I heard from
I
him.
don't think he'd say that about me.
You guys do not have any guts. That's what he told me at a meeting. This board doesn't have any guts.
you know what a bitch I am. I have more than
Well, I
this.
know what you are.
Bill, we're getting people at these meetings now as a result of a member meeting.
You know, you guys need to stand up to him.
Prior to that, we have stood up to them, and the basic answer has been, well, we'll think about it next
No,
time.
we won't
differently.
think about it.
I understand.
Take a vote and get rid of him. Let's get this board together. Let's get this rodeo moving. You take care of that, Matt. He makes this rodeo. You get rid of him, you're gonna lose your butts. Really good this year.
No.
You know how it is. Pay attention, folks.
And all you people on the board that didn't clap just then, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Bill?
Everyone on the board that didn't clap for him just now, and you know who you are, you should be ashamed of yourself.
No, sweetie.
I've been here too long.
I'm
Mary.
reading the
You know.
Bible. I'm reading the Bible.
You know how I am.
JC knows how I feel about
I'm
it.
like you.
JC and
You know what I
understand
think of this
that.
rodeo? I think of it like you do.
Thank you.
Bill, the board collectively is not trying to get rid of JC. I will guarantee you that.
Well, you better not do it, because, you know, we have other elections
I know.
and you won't be here
Believe
long.
me, believe me, I'm aware of it.
Go ahead.
Heck, nothing. You're right. Section 2, whatever. Section 3. Any officer elected or appointed by the board of directors may be removed by 2/3 vote of the board of directors.
There you go.
Not 2/3 of the directors present. 2/3 of the, so we have 11 directors, so 2/3 of those. Such removal shall be without prejudice to contractual rights if any of the officers so removed. The officer shall receive notice of the time and place together with information.
They're done now.
One of the things that I see basically is that you've got some influence that is getting between the board itself, and that has got to quit. If you're dealing with an advertising agency, you deal with them, they make their presentation to you as a group, so you all know.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll go
You need,
one
the other thing you need to do is, JC knows that he doesn't walk on water unless he and I go together. But, you know, you have to support your general manager. And when there's doubt in the fact, with the sponsors and so forth, that's happening. And I've been on this board a long, long time, different times. And I know what you can face. And what I think that's happened is that you've been kind of isolated from some of your problems, or actually from the issues, which has made the problem. And so you need to get back on track as a group, that the people that are dealing with this rodeo answer directly to the board, and when decisions are made, that you guys all know what you're doing. And it's not fair to you if it's not done that way.
Decisions are made and we don't get to hear them till after it's done.
One moment.
Challenge and question, and when you question, people take offense.
When we started
Well,
the
that's tough.
marketing program,
You don't be afraid to get rid of somebody that getting in your hair.
Be recognized by this.
Rick, when we started the marketing program, and I say we, it all started at Mary's house. Do you remember the discussion? Myself, Bob, I don't remember his name.
Greninger.
Bob, who was the other one that was in that group?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I've slept since.
that's where the marketing program started, okay? Bob and I spent our own money to go to Germany to promote this rodeo, okay? That kind of tells you where I'm at. I put my bucks up, okay? I love this rodeo. Now, what we did was we called in somebody to do a demographic study of what this rodeo was. They in turn gave us the percentages of who was where and why. We took those figures and we took our marketing program not to the 85% that were here, but to the 20% who weren't here, and the 30% that weren't here, and to the 40% who weren't here, okay? What's happening today is going back to before we started the marketing program. We're marketing to people here. It's okay to market to people here, but on a smaller scale. You need to go outside the area. You need to go to Phoenix. I just heard that you knocked down the rat carts. Okay?
We increased
A
them.
lot.
We
Wait,
increased them.
you're knocking down the rat carts. How are they gonna get to Phoenix? Okay? How are you gonna get your rat carts to Phoenix? I had a system in place whereby we had corporate offices that were filled with our rat carts.
And you had 50 stores in Phoenix and Tucson full of the rat carts of Sleep America.
That's correct.
We
There
used
you
to
go.
stand years ago,
All
the
I'm
chamber
saying,
distributed
folks,
150,000
is whatever the hell you're
pamphlets all over
doing,
the
it's
state.
wrong.
Wow.
And I'm not saying it because I started the marketing program. I'm saying it because it's wrong.
Right.
I mean, how the hell do you go out and you market to somebody you already got? That is dumb. Go ahead.
And not absolving us. We cut back on a number of things this year, and you guys know that we were over budgeted about.
But you don't cut back on marketing. Hell, that's your life's blood.
Well,
I understand that. I understand
the
that.
problem last year, Ray, was that, I mean, the numbers were there, it was published. Marketing went through the roof because there was no control over it.
That's
because-
exactly that's your problem.
That's right.
Who's controlling it?
And
It
nobody
wasn't
knew where it was
controlled.
going.
It wasn't controlled.
Why?
We weren't,
How you been, Mike?
This is exactly what
I was declined. I had the experience. Okay?
It was her or nothing.
Folks,
I'm sorry, say that
whatever the
again.
hell you guys are doing, it's wrong.
What he's talking about was a position called the administrative assistant to the president.
and it should not exist, in my opinion.
I agree.
Who made that up?
This is where you need the
Yeah.
yeah.
The general manager runs that.
He
kind of
decided
thing.
he did not
But
want one.
JC said
Let
he
me tell
already
you
had
something.
one and her name
Well,
was
then that's
Kathy.
who- but-
That man right there can do 90% of the job.
We're well aware of that.
You don't have to hire that. Example, we hired Shipman Associates, and the reason we hired them, there was nobody else in town.
That's right.
Well, now
Have
there
you,
is.
have you as a board ever taken it out for bid?
We have attempted to.
We
Wait a
tried,
minute, attempted is not, I'm asking you, have you ever taken it out for
It
bid?
has not gone out for bid.
Folks, it's your problem.
It is.
it is.
It is our problem.
Sandra?
Hi, I'm Sandra Johns, and I'm a member here. Been coming to the board meetings as of late. And one thing that I saw in one of our meetings, because the marketing is a real issue, a lot of things are an issue, but there was a board member at one of our meetings that actually the person raised their hand, they put it before the board, let's send it out to bid. And as soon as they said that, the president, Johnny Reyes, rolled right over that person and said, why do we want to make this company mad? You know, and all these other personal issues. And just as a sidebar, these meetings are supposed to be run by Robert's Rules of Order. So after this board member put their hand up, it came out of the person's mouth and people were, yeah, that's a great thing, let's get this out to bid. And then it just washed away and nobody voted, they just voted no, let's not do it. And so, and even when Lindsay was here at the last meeting last week, a week ago, she was here making her presentation, and Carlos was very strong with her, asking her about the marketing, and she said, why do we want to make that person mad, or no?
Yeah, she's,
Yeah.
Why do we
how
want
do
to
you
make that
think she
person
feels about
upset?
it, that she hears you guys complaining about her work? And I looked and I said, who cares? I mean, you guys have a responsibility to really manage the board as if it was your own money. And I don't see it happening. That's what makes my gut hurt, because, you know, I'm all for this rodeo. But when I see people bending to somebody because they're able to, you know, make you, well, if you complain, you know what? We should fear nothing. You guys are volunteers. You're voted into your positions. You know, you should be protecting every ounce of whatever. I know you put a lot of hard work into it. You know, and I was disappointed last week too when we gave away the running thing. There was no discussion about how much money we made the last 3 years. I know you know, but for posterity, I'd like to see it in the minutes. Because that's why we make mistakes, because our minutes are not clear about what's going on.
May I?
Right?
She brought something of interest. You gave away the running thing. That running thing belongs to Sleep America.
We know that, it's being revisited from,
It's going to a church?
no, it's being revisited.
No. Okay. Where was it going?
It was going to an outside,
Two groups.
two groups.
Two groups. Gerald Brown was running it. He's the one,
No. The runners
No.
go to church. It was a running organization.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
They didn't
But
want
they're
it
Mormons,
outside.
so they want to do it on
There are issues that aren't addressed. Well, it brings up an issue because when you get a sponsor involved in these different things, they also need to be involved in the end result or a decision
We have two
that has to do
sponsors.
with that particular project.
Can somebody recap a little bit for President?
let's see.
Why don't we let Cam read
What's going on? Well,
Someone else start?
Yeah. We've got a lot of sponsors here tonight because they hear that we're trying to fire JC. Is what it boils down to. Ryan was nice enough to come and, give us a nice presentation. He says that, over the years, he's increased his sponsorship and JC's brought this rodeo up to where it is, and he's afraid that we're trying to fire JC. You can see there's several, Karen talked about doing the right thing, advancing where we're supposed to be going.
Outside pressure.
Outside pressure within, on the board.
And Lindsay, you see outside pressure that you can.
Not run according to Robert's rules. And not being, the board basically not being answerable to all the decisions that are made so that you know what's going on as a board and you actually support or
Sandra
not
brought
support.
At a board meeting, they want to know why we didn't set the advertising out to bid. And you said it was, because we don't want to piss off the people that we've been working with, trying to bring on sponsors and work.
Well, as far as the advertisement goes, the agency that we're using, I know that most of you weren't there when, or you weren't here when Susan addressed the board, but she does have more benefits than any other agency around the town, and I think the board understood that. As far as it going out to bid, it did go out to bid. I mean, didn't it go out to bid
no,
the
it
year
did not.
before?
It's never. And how do we as a board know that she has more benefits than anybody else?
Because she came and
Because we
told
never
us.
interview anyone else. Of course she's gonna tell us she's perfect.
But I asked that question. We had discussion. I asked the question because I don't know what's in the community. And I asked, are there other